On a warm Saturday afternoon in the small town of Brookfield, a sleek black sports car came to an unexpected halt. The engine sputtered, then fell silent, leaving Ethan Reynolds, a millionaire known for his lavish lifestyle, stranded on the side of the road. He furrowed his brow in frustration. The vehicle was his pride and joy, a gift to himself for his 40th birthday. He never expected to be stuck like this on a quiet street, far from the hustle and bustle of the city. As Ethan stepped out of the car, he glanced around, hoping to catch the attention of a passing driver. But the road was quiet. With a deep sigh, he opened the hood of his car, hoping to diagnose the problem himself. The sun blazed overhead and sweat trickled down his back as he peered into the engine. The complex machinery stared back at him, unyielding and confusing. A few minutes later, a young girl approached. She was about 16, with dark curls spilling over her shoulders and a bright orange shirt that contrasted with her rich brown skin. Her name was Maya and she lived nearby. She had seen the fancy car and was curious. As she got closer, she noticed Ethan struggling with the engine. "Need help?" Maya asked, hands on her hips, a confident smile on her face. Ethan looked up, surprised. "Do you know anything about cars?" Maya shrugged, her smile unwavering. "More than most people, I guess. My dad's a mechanic. I help him sometimes." Ethan raised an eyebrow, intrigued. Most people he encountered didn't look like they belonged in a mechanic's shop. "All right, what do you think is wrong?" Maya stepped forward, peering into the engine. She examined the components with a discerning eye, her expression serious. "Looks like you might have a coolant leak," she said. "Can you open the cap? I want to check the fluid level." Impressed, Ethan followed her instruction, and when she examined the coolant, her brow furrowed in concentration. "Yeah, it's low. You might have a small crack somewhere." Ethan was shocked. This girl, with her carefree demeanor and bright smile, seemed to know more than most mechanics he had hired. "You really do know what you're talking about," he admitted. "How did you learn all this?" With a chuckle, she replied, "Like I said, I help my dad. He always teaches me to be independent and learn how to fix things." Ethan felt a wave of admiration wash over him. It wasn't every day he encountered a young woman who defied the norms surrounding her. Instead of submitting to stereotypes, she embraced her passion. As they continued to work, Ethan found himself drawn into a conversation with Maya. They talked about everything from cars to life dreams. She shared her aspirations of going to engineering school, explaining her desire to design cars rather than just fixing them. "That's amazing," Ethan said, genuinely impressed. "I never thought about the inner workings of a car that way." Maya smiled brightly. "People often think it's just about getting from point A to point B, but it's so much more. It's about creativity, mechanics, and science." Ethan listened, captivated by her passion. He hadn't felt so inspired in a long time. It was refreshing to talk to someone who had real dreams, someone who dared to challenge the expectations around her. After they worked side by side for nearly an hour, Maya revealed the final step of the repair. "We'll need to patch this crack in the radiator," she said, pulling out a small tube of epoxy from her backpack. "I always carry a few essentials with me." Ethan couldn't help but chuckle. That's resourceful. With her adept hands, she diligently applied the epoxy, taking her time to ensure it would hold. Ethan admired her dedication. As she worked, he began to understand the immense skill and determination it took to excel in a male-dominated field. Once the epoxy was set, they waited for it to dry. Maya wiped her hands on her jeans, looking proud. "We should be able to test it now," she said, her eyes shining with excitement. Ethan nodded, feeling a mix of anticipation and disbelief. Did this young girl really know what she was doing? With the engine finally roaring back to life, the sound filled the air, and Ethan couldn't help but smile. "You did it. You really did it." Maya beamed at him, satisfaction washing over her. "Told you. Just needed someone to take a quick look." As she wiped her hands clean, Ethan felt a wave of gratitude. "I owe you big time," he said earnestly. "How about I take you out for an ice cream or something?" Maya considered the offer, a hint of hesitation in her eyes. "You don't have to do that. I was just helping." But Ethan insisted, "I would love to treat you. You've inspired me today." They drove to a quaint ice cream shop, the sun dipping low in the sky, casting a warm glow on their faces. As they sat outside, savoring their scoops of ice cream, they shared stories about their lives. Maya spoke of her dreams, her family, and her hopes of breaking barriers. Ethan shared his journey from humble beginnings to his current status as a millionaire. He talked about the challenges he faced and the lessons he learned about character and resilience. "I've met so many people who only see the money and the success," Ethan admitted. But they don't know the sacrifices I've made. Maya nodded, her almond-shaped eyes thoughtful. Sometimes people judge too quickly. They don't see the hard work behind the success. Their conversation flowed seamlessly, transcending age and societal boundaries. They found common ground in their aspirations and dreams, realizing they had more in common than they initially thought. As they finished their ice cream, Maya's laughter echoed in the air, beautiful and genuine. Ethan was struck by how much he enjoyed her company. He wanted to encourage her talent, to help her pursue her dreams further. Maya, he began, slightly hesitant. I have a proposal. How would you feel about an internship at my company? I could use someone like you on my team. Maya stared at him in disbelief. You mean for real? Absolutely, Ethan replied, smiling warmly. You have a gift and I'd love to help you cultivate it. Her eyes lit up with excitement, a mix of disbelief and hope. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Yes, I would love to. Over the following weeks, Maya interned at Ethan's auto design firm. She thrived in the creative environment, learning from seasoned professionals while sharing her unique perspectives. Her confidence grew and she became a valuable team member, impressing everyone around her. Ethan took on the role of mentor, supporting her ambitions and encouraging her every step of the way. He found inspiration in her relentless drive and tenacity. They developed a friendship that was both unexpected and deeply fulfilling. Maya's parents were thrilled when she shared her success, proud of the path their daughter was carving out for herself. They had always believed in her potential, but watching her excel in a competitive field reinforced their faith. Weeks turned into months, and Maya continued to shine. She attended workshops, gathered invaluable experience, and soon became a source of inspiration for her peers. Her story began to spread, encouraging other young women to pursue careers in fields dominated by men. Ethan watched her transformation with pride. He was amazed at how a chance meeting on the side of the road had blossomed into something impactful for both of them. One evening, as they worked late in the office, Ethan turned to Maya. You've come so far since that day we met. I'm truly grateful for your friendship. Maya smiled, her eyes sparkling with appreciation. Thank you for believing in me. You could have dismissed me, but instead you saw my potential. Their bond deepened that night. They recognized that true connections could transcend differences, bringing together individuals from vastly different walks of life. As the summer came to an end, Maya landed a scholarship to a prestigious engineering school. It felt like a dream come true. The road ahead would be challenging, but she was ready to tackle anything that came her way. On the day of her scholarship announcement, she invited Ethan to the ceremony. Standing on stage, she delivered a heartfelt speech about resilience, community, and the importance of mentorship. She thanked Ethan publicly, sharing the story of how he had helped change her life. Ethan watched with pride, realizing how far she had come. He felt grateful to have played a role in her journey. As the audience erupted in applause, with Maya's family proudly cheering her on, Ethan understood that the impact of their encounter extended beyond a mere car repair. It was a testament to the power of connection, the beauty of recognizing potential, and the importance of lifting one another up. Months later, Maya began her college career, ready to take on new challenges. Her friendship with Ethan continued to thrive, providing support and encouragement even in distant circumstances. Ethan often reflected on that day their paths crossed. It was a reminder that life could change in the most unexpected ways, opening doors to new opportunities. As they both journeyed forward, they knew the lessons learned from each other would remain etched in their hearts. Maya had unlocked her potential, and Ethan had discovered the beauty and strength of mentorship, forming a bond that would last a lifetime. Their story, born from a simple encounter, evolved into a narrative of friendship, growth, and inspiration, reminding each of them that everyone has the power to make a difference in someone's life. With Maya's success, Ethan established a new mentorship program for young girls interested in engineering and automotive design, inspired by the impact Maya had on him. He aimed to create opportunities for others, ensuring that girls like Maya could find their voice, their passion, and their path in a world full of possibilities. And every time he looked at the bright black sports car, he remembered the girl who had fixed it and helped him see the world through a lens of hope and inspiration. Their journey together was just the beginning of something beautiful, a story that would continue to unfold as long as they embraced the possibilities that lay ahead.